Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to use Power Automate to demonstrate image file format validation with the Cloudmersive Advanced Virus Scan API. This API can be used as a no-code or low-code solution in automated workflows, web applications, and network proxies, and it can also be used to scan files that reside in AWS S3, Azure Blob, SharePoint Online Site Drive, or even Google Cloud Storage containers. Threat actors can use specially crafted image files to trigger denial of service attacks or even enable remote code execution in some cases by exploiting subtle vulnerabilities in image processing applications and libraries. We can prevent many threats of that nature with stringent content validation, and that's where the Advanced Virus Scan API makes a big difference. This API supports more than 100 unique image formats, and it also supports all Office and PDF formats, though they aren't the focus of this video. To demonstrate this API in Power Automate, I'll be creating a simple, manually triggered instant cloud flow. Ahead of this video, I've already uploaded the Cloudmersive Advanced Virus Scan API as a custom connector. If you want to upload this API as a custom connector and try it out for yourself, you can check out a previous video we've made on that subject. On the flow diagram page, I'm going to quickly set up a getFileContent action and grab a demo image file. This is just going to be a generic JPEG file sourced from a stock image database. Next, I'm going to open up a new action, and then I'm going to click on the Runtime dropdown and filter by Custom Connectors. I have a few custom options here, mainly added for demonstrations like this, and for now I'm going to select the Advanced Virus Scan option. Just to reiterate, you can easily set this up for yourself using the OpenAPI URL specification available on the Cloudmersive website. From the Custom Connector Actions list, I'm selecting the Advanced Scan a File for Viruses action right at the top. Once I reach the request parameters, I'm including my demo file content, and then I'm giving my file a generic name with a JPEG extension. Before we move down to the advanced content validation parameters that make this service really unique, I just want to point out that the baseline API service will scan files for viruses and malware by default. That includes a combination of cutting-edge zero-day threat scanning and signature-based threat scanning, and the latter references a database of more than 17 million virus and malware signatures. When I click Show All next to the Advanced Parameters dropdown, we'll see a list of threat rules that can be used to block threatening file types. Detecting invalid image files is the focus of this demonstration, and as you can see, there's a parameter near the top here called Allow Invalid Files. If I set this parameter to false, any image file that doesn't rigorously conform to its own format standards will trigger a clean result false API response. For reference, this is the same exact response I would get for a file that contained malware. If I know an image file is invalid, I don't want that file moving forward in my workflow, and I can now safely delete or quarantine that file. Moving on, when I look towards the bottom of these request parameters, I can see that one is called Restrict File Types. With this parameter, I can wield the API's content validation features in a different way. I can set my own custom, comma-separated whitelist of acceptable file extensions, and thereby restrict file formats which don't rigorously conform to my expected list. As an example, I'm going to enter a whitelist that allows PNG and WebP files, but nothing else. Now I'm going to run my flow. When I check the response body, we can see that I have a clean result false response. Even though the JPEG file I demonstrated with was valid, as we can see from the contains invalid file response here, my file did not conform to PNG or WebP formatting standards, and it didn't pass my scan as a result of that. It's also worth pointing out the content information response object down at the bottom. This will tell us when any file, regardless of format, contains an image, and it will also tell us when files contain XML or JSON contents. There are a few sneaky ways threat actors can work around cybersecurity policies, But as long as we rigorously validate our content, we can avoid many of the processing and rendering vulnerabilities that they're trying to exploit. Thanks for watching. Check back in on our channel for more Power Automate tips and demonstrations.